As in front of me, we have three very healthy children. It's amazing. You know what the most encouraging thing is? We were just talking about this like a few minutes ago. Is that this is our 8th year of doing this. We've met this family 2-3 years. I'm trying to. It's been a couple years anyway. Fourth maybe. And so if anybody can speak to what happens in the NICU, it's who I have 2 feet from me, which first off, let's start with all 3 of them look pretty healthy to me. We have triplets that were born early at just 26 weeks, Mom. So can we, one of the things I said earlier is this, it's all right.
Do.
Very healthy, very energetic, all seems to be good. It's all right, it's all right.
No.
Can Mommy talk on the radio for just a second, and then we'll...
Yep, they were born at just 26 weeks. They were here for about 4 months, and they're doing great now. But we're so lucky to have this place, and we've been back many times since. But
What was it like the first mom or dad, whoever has the the ability? I mean, certainly 3 children, you've got your hands full, especially when they're triplets. But can you talk about one of the things I said earlier too was there's a lot of panic when you have babies at just 26 months or weeks.
There certainly is. I mean, to paint a little picture, they would fold them up into the little towels and so forth, and they look like little burritos.
Yeah,
I mean,
tiny. I don't think most people would know how incredibly tiny 26 weeks is.
Yeah, little bit of babies, little bitty babies. But I tell you, when we were here for the 4+ months, I think it was a lot easier because we had all the help in the world. Now they're all over the place, and there's only 2 of us because they've got us outnumbered.
Have they had, and obviously we're healthy now, have they had to have additional treatments? Like once you get out of the hospital, when you have a premature situation like that, so once they do allow you to take your children home, which that's got to be the longest time of your life, I imagine, that you're looking, when you're looking at children that are born premature often are in some sort of incubator or they're behind, glass or plastic. And I mean, that must kill you to have your child right there and not be able to bring it home, especially around the holidays. How long did you spend in the hospital? And then how long was it before you got to bring them home? And then after you bring them home, was there additional treatment? Can we kind of walk through all of that a little bit?
they were here for 114 days. They all came home on the same day somehow, but we were here from about 9 in the morning till 11 at night every day for 4 months, and it seemed like a really long journey. But once we left, we had follow-up with cardiology, nephrology. They had ophthalmology following them here. Hunter had some kidney problems, so they're following him with that with frequent.
And is everybody okay now?
Yep. They all had PT and an OT, but other than that, the only thing we've been here within the last year is Hayden just had his tubes replaced and his adenoids out 2 weeks ago, and they were great when we were here for that.
Dad goes a little crazy from time to time, but the kids are doing really good.
They don't
in a
stop
good
moving
place.
now, as you can see.
I mean, that's the thing. You know what's amazing about life is that there is a point in your life where you're, man, if I could just bring these kids home. Yeah. And then you get them home and you're like, man, are they a handful?
Right,
you know?
absolutely.
The other thing that a lot of the parents tell us is that I imagine at some point, we're having a baby early, and there's panic when you get here. And I don't know how this staff does it, but they have this amazing way. When you walk through the door, it's not, let me see your insurance card, let me fill out this paperwork, here's a clipboard. It's, what's going on? And it's, okay, we're about to have 3 babies early. And then I don't know if they have a magic wand. I don't know if they're just that good at their job, but it goes from panic to ease pretty quickly, does it not?
Yeah, no, it really does. I mean, there's still a lot of panic along the way, but they do just an incredible job keeping us kind of grounded and keeping us aware of what's going on, because there are a lot of concerns and stuff that, I had no idea about. First-time parents, we hadn't been through any of this, so there was a lot of tears that were shed, but they did just an excellent job keeping us informed, keeping us comfortable, and as safe as a setting as it could be.
There's a lot of scary terminology that comes when you have kids at 26 weeks, and they were really great about explaining what everything was, all the complications that could come, when they did come, what would make them better, and they would call us in the middle of the night if anything was happening. They were always keeping us up to date on what was going on. We always felt as comfortable as we could feel at the time, and since then, since they've had help along the way.
Even though we have triplets here, I imagine the personalities are different. Like I see one seems to be a little more quiet. I don't think it's because she's tired. I think she's just kind of hanging out.
Yep.
You seem to have a lot of energy.
Yep. This is our little guy, Hayden. Hayden was less than 2 pounds when he was born, and he is just all over the place. He's still kind of a little guy, but he's a fighter. He's he acts like he's 6'5" and 280 when he's wrestling around with me at the house. So
I was going to say, we would never guess you used to be 2 pounds.
no,
Not at all.
he's tough.
In fact, Ben here ate more than 2 pounds of macaroni and cheese about 35 minutes ago, man. That ain't nothing
I'm telling you.
at all. So what would you right now there's thousands of people stuck in traffic that are like, all right, maybe I'll give, maybe I won't. What would you say to that person? Because you've been through this whole thing.
I tell you, there's not a better place in the world to donate to. And talking to my grandparents when my grandfather was still around, he had a lot of charitable organizations, and this is one that he had mentioned that I didn't know much about. But after actually being here, it clearly is got to be the best place to donate to because of everything they do, the reasons why they do it, who they take in, the comfort that they provide us with has just been remarkable. And I tell you, we certainly donate our fair share, not just funds, but time as well. Julie comes all the time to donate some time, which is fortunate that we're able to do that. But it doesn't take a ton to go a really long way.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing because it wasn't that long ago that if somebody came to a hospital at 26 weeks, they sure wouldn't have 3 noisy, energetic children 3 or 4 years later,
Absolutely.
I mean, it really is a miracle. I'm glad you guys are all doing good. You want some sugar?
Hayden,
I got candy. I don't feel like we have enough energy. You want some sugar?
Hey, can you
We
say
got all
hi?
kinds of candy and cookies back here if you want some.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Hayden?
What's your name?
Her name is, you promised me a nap. What's going on here?
Yeah, right.
So we have Hayden, Hunter, and Hana. Those of you that can see online at us1035.com, certainly a handful, but certainly healthy. And this is exactly why we give, because throughout the years, giving led to research, which led to treatment, which led to you being here, being all noisy and energetic and healthy and happy.
Yeah, so thanks a lot. No.
1-800-270-8642. Right now, there are 71 sets of parents that are in the exact same situation that Julie and Ryan were in just a few years ago. They're pacing the floors of the NICU, hoping everything's going to be okay with their babies, some of which are only 2 pounds, which is tiny. I mean, we made jokes about the macaroni and cheese, but I swear to you and I probably had more than 2 pounds of macaroni and cheese today. Babies ain't supposed to be that small, y'all. Right? I ain't even kidding. So there's 71 parents that are in the NICU right now, and we're trying to get a miracle maker for each one. We need 54 more. If you do it right now, we can still put you in the running for the ACM Awards trip in Vegas. The All Children's Hospital employees are on the phones, ready to take your call. 800-270-8642, 1-800-270-8642. Do it for your healthy child. Do it because you want to help other people, because that's what we do. This has been a rough week for America. There's been a lot of crappy things that happen. And you know what? For the 3 of you, I hope the world gets better by the time you get to be my age and it's not so insane. But right now, while we're dealing with the insanity, this is when we, the parents that, like, my biggest problem at home is I have a 12-year-old that likes Instagram more than he likes me now. So that's an easy give for me to give $15 to somebody that's pacing the hall hoping that their 2-pound baby is going to be okay, So in honor of your healthy children, let's band together and let's help some parents that some of their kids are literally fighting for their lives right now. Let's help them. You want to? Are there 54 of you that are with me?
It's got to be 54.
54. That's not really that big of a number. And then we can stay on track. We can hit our goals. We can do what we came here to do. And keep in mind, All Children's Hospital does not turn anybody away regardless of their ability to pay. It's right here in your backyard. Every penny is staying here. 1-800-270-8642. We need 54 more. We've got about an hour and 10 minutes to do that. 54 more miracle makers. 1-800-270-8642. 8642. Any final thoughts? Anybody? You've been awfully quiet, Hannah. This is your opportunity. It's not often in life you get to outstage your brothers or make them look bad. This is your big moment.
You want to sing? Call in. Say call in. Please pledge.
No, that's all right. I wouldn't want to talk to me either. Hayden or Hunter?
You want to say something?
I want to talk out of the microphone.
You can talk in the
You
microphone.
can talk in the
Da,
microphone.
da, da.
Can you say, please make the phones ring?
Make the phones ring. Say, please make the phones ring.
This microphone ring.
Good.
There you go.
Thank
1-800-270-8642. We'll take a quick break. I'm praying that you make that phone ring behind me. Every time you hear that phone ring, that's somebody stepping up and saving the life of a kid. 1-800-270-8642. Quick break, and we'll be right back from All Children's Hospital.